There's new trouble for a woman who ran a controversial charity in Raleigh. The Secretary of State is looking at Jennifer Pierce's participation in an ongoing criminal enterprise that cost two companies nearly $1 million. CBS North Carolina's Steve Sprazier has been digging into the case.
CBS North Carolina has uncovered a number of court documents which the Secretary of State's office here says Jennifer Pierce and an accomplice used to obtain cell phones and tablets, which they later sold for cash. It's the second time that Pierce has been involved with the charity investigated by the Secretary of State's office.
Jennifer Pierce first came to public attention back in 2010 following a massive earthquake which rocked Haiti. Her charity made a big splash collecting shoes for the earthquake victims. When floods struck Nashville in May of 2010, Share Our Shoes charity was again front and center.
Put them on the scale.
Bob Barker Industries donated thousands of new shoes to her charity for flood victims.
Nashville's home. It's right beside us, and it could happen to us right here.
But according to the Secretary of State's office, thousands of those donated shoes were never sent. They were sold to third parties. The Secretary of State also said the nonprofit had more than $65,000 in questionable expenses. At the time, Pierce denied any wrongdoing.
I would never steal shoes or money or anything for that matter.
But after conducting an investigation, the Secretary of State's office revoked the charity's license for Share Our Shoes in March of 2012 and issued a cease and desist order prohibiting the charity from soliciting donations. Now, Pierce is in trouble again with the Secretary of State's office. Search warrants obtained by CBS North Carolina allege Pierce illegally accessed the Secretary of State's corporations database and made changes to reports of two corporations that she was not affiliated with. Court documents from March 30th, 2016 show that Pierce and Brian Keontae Knight used false corporate documents and fake business names to illegally obtain high-value electronic devices like cell phones and tablets from AT&T and Verizon, which were later resold for cash, which the warrants say cost the two companies upwards of $1 million. The Secretary of State contends the pair used a fake charity to target AT&T. Knight is a former Halifax County Sheriff's deputy who resigned in February of 2015. In August of 2015, he was accused of a hit-run accident which left his girlfriend dead. A medical examiner later ruled her death was accidental and involuntary manslaughter charges against him were dropped. This past April 22nd, Knight was arrested in Pitt County and charged with obtaining property under false pretenses. Agents raided both the homes that Knight and Pierce lived in April 23, 2015, and at the time, probable cause search warrants reveal Pierce and Knight confessed to changing corporate records and admitted to defrauding AT&T. We went to the homes listed in the search warrants that were raided. We were told by the occupants of both homes that neither Pierce nor Knight lived at those locations anymore and hadn't been there for months. The search warrants also assert that Pierce and Knight admitted the illegally obtained phones and tablets were turned over to a third party to be sold for profit, with that money to be divided among all the conspirators.
Both Pierce and Knight were indicted last January, and those charges are still pending. In the meantime, we've reached out to the Secretary of State's office, but they say they won't comment on camera at this point because of the ongoing investigation. I'm Steve Sprazier, CBS North Carolina.